All right, Aaron, welcome. Would you please introduce yourself to people who are watching the video?
Yeah, sure. Hey, everybody. My name is Aaron Rogers. I am a faith leader here in the city of St. Louis, and I'm also a nonprofit leader here in the city of St. Louis. Between those two worlds is where you'll find me. I'm also advocate for children here.
Great. And so, what of your many gifts, what particular gifts or gift do you find yourself drawing on most to live into this really challenging time?
You know, I've found two particular gifts particularly important during this time. One, I've always been uh, a very good writer, and uh, before this time, it was hard to find any opportunity to write, any
Mm,
opportunity to just be alone with a page. And so it has been, I think, cathartic for me to actually spend time journaling, writing, and then between various speaking engagements, being able to kind of voice those things that I've written in the page. And so that has been something that has been keeping me and helping me do ministry to others. I would also say I have a unique gift that sometimes is a gift, but is also sometimes a challenge for other people. And that is what I call the gift of slow thinking. Um,
mm,
I could take a thing and think about it for a long time, live in the life of the mind for, you know, a lengthy period of time. And I think that in seasons where we have to pause, where we have to stop, it's a little bit difficult for people who are, used to just, doing things and quickly moving and quickly, going about life. Uh, it's a grace to be able to, be comfortable with the time that you have to slowly sit and think with yourself, and also to spend time with God.
So, is there a bit of advice or guidance or wisdom that you would share with others as they're making their way through this time?
Yeah, I would say that in particular, to really, because this time period has given us a significant like slowdown for most of us. Obviously, essential workers and stuff like that, their workload is increased, but for the vast majority of us, we've been kind of forced into a slowdown period. And I would say my little bit of advice during that time is to pause and appreciate life. Um, we obviously are in the midst of a pandemic where a lot of people are facing serious illness and, in worst case scenarios, passing away, dying because of the virus. And I think that times where we slow down and times where we get to realize, how transient life can be, it's important to just slow down and appreciate life. So, if you have opportunity to connect with friends, loved ones, appreciate that time. Really think about the importance of those people in your life. Think about what's essential to your life. Think about the things that you really enjoy, despite the busyness of life and everything else that life tries to sell you on. Try to use this time to reflect on what is really at the center of your life. What's at the center of your joy? What's at the center of your faith? What's at the center of your love?
So, I asked in these interviews if there's a question that's circling around people's heart or spirit or head. And you just mentioned some questions that people could ask themselves, but is there one that you continue to find really rich and
Yeah,
compelling?
yeah. It's an A and B question that I constantly find myself going back to. The first part of that question is, are you listening? You know, to whatever. Are you listening to God? Are you listening to life? Are you listening to the things that life is telling you? Are you listening? And then the second part of that question is what do you hear? So after understanding if you've actually moved into a space in your life where you're actually open to listening to what life is telling you, what do you hear life telling you? You know, what things can you manifest out of that deep listening?
So a new question, and I mentioned this to you before. What is the first thing you want to do when we're all able to kind of step back into a fuller life? We can be out and about. We can leave our homes.
Yeah. I am, I can't wait to just gather with people, to just be in the same space with people. So the first thing I want to do is, try to find a place where people just are gathering and being happy and being joyful. I can tell you, we may be a little bit away from this, but I am also excited and look forward to the opportunity to just hug somebody without, without the fear of having to be, 6 feet away or anything like that. Just the opportunity to just embrace someone. Um, I'm a huggy person. I very much believe in the fact that you need 13 hugs a day to be happy. And so I'll be happy and look forward to the day that I can actually like embrace someone like I would have normally. Yeah.
Well, Aaron, thank you so much for taking this time today. I really appreciate it. And
No, thank
you
you for
continue
having me.
to be safe and well.
Hey, you too. Blessings.
Blessings.